It is time now for the Peter Channel 5:30 p.m. news report for this Saturday evening, November 22nd, 2014. Good evening, everybody. I'm Peter Wiggins. I got 5:30 news headlines there. In our top story at 5:30 o'clock here is the grand jury investigated the killing of Michael Brown in Ferguson, Missouri. Police officer Darren Wilson is not mentioned this weekend and will reconvene Monday, sources told ABC News. Republicans in Congress are mad as heck about President Obama's executive order deferring deportation for millions of immigrants in the U.S. illegally. In Vienna, world power and Iran struggled on Saturday to overcome crucial differences that are preventing them from ending a 12-year standoff over Tehran's atomic ambitions, raising the prospect of another extension to high-stake talks. The slaughter of 28 people on a bus in Kenya is a bid to start a religious war, senior advisor to President Uhuru Kenyatta told the BBC. Andrew Fisher scores a winning touchdown for Harvard late in the fourth quarter as Harvard beats Yale and wins the Ivy League title. President Obama is playing golf Saturday at Shadow Creek, one of the most executive courses in the world, as retired Yankee great Dirk Jeter is on the links with him. A strong earthquake with a preliminary magnitude of 6.8 hit the Nagano Prefecture in Japan and surrounding areas and central to Japan on Saturday night, injuring more than 20 people with at least 3 seriously, the authorities said. U.S. Vice President Joe Biden and Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan have discussed ways to defeat Islamic State and strengthen the Syrian opposition. Iraqi Prime Minister Haider al-Abadi on Saturday ordered more air support for the security forces and allied tribal fighters battling jihadists in the western province of Anbar. Stunned relatives of an unarmed man killed by a rookie police officer in a dark public housing stairwell locked on Saturday as Reverend Al Sharpton and public officials demanded full investigation today into what law enforcement officials had termed an apparent attack. After a week of epic snowfall, dumped as much as 7 feet of snow on western New York, temperatures were climbing and state officials told residents Saturday to prepare for flooding. A woman injured in the 2013 Boston Marathon bombing who had several surgeries before having part of her leg amputated recently was discharged from a rehab facility Saturday and is vowed to run the race next year. Students and Charlottesville community members had a protest in front of the Phi Kappa Psi fraternity house on Saturday afternoon. The protest which challenged the prominence of sexual assault in the university in question policies that have place to prevent it. A man set his house on fire and fatally shot a sheriff's deputy and wounded another Saturday down in Florida when they responded to the scene before he was shot to death by other law enforcement officers, authorities he said. 2 major central banks moved Friday to pump up a flagging global growth sentence stock markets started, but raising new questions about the limitations of a 7-year effort to use monetary policy to address economic problems. Fed plans to tighten commodity rules for banks. A federal judge gave her final nod to a settlement in which Apple Incorporated has agreed to pay a whopping $450 million to as many as 23 million consumers for its alleged relevant conspiracy to fix e-book prices in New York on Friday. Microsoft is known as an innovative giant to come up with something unique again by beefing up its Silicon Valley complex with robotic security caused by Nightscope. A study recently published in the prestigious journal Nature demonstrated the importance of crops and agriculture practices within the amount of cycling and carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. In San Mateo, California, black sea devil sounds fierce and looks like that way with spiky teeth on the outside of his oversized, angled jaw until you realize it's only 9 centimeters long. Bamako. Bali has recorded a new case of Ebola in the capital Bamako after the friend of nurse who had died of the hemorrhagic fever earlier this month tested positive for the disease. Health and medical officials said on Saturday. The first NHS have to let go today to join the fight against Ebola. British-built clinic in Sierra Leone. A group of 33 medics, including GPs, nurses, psychiatrists, and paramedics, have left London Heathrow Airport and will arrive in the capital of Freetown early. One might be surprised to find that only 9 out of 10 Americans who drink successfully meet the status of alcohol dependence. In Antananarivo, Madagascar, 40 people dead in Madagascar from bubonic plague and 196 infected since August. Okay, take a look at New England Insulators had third alarm fire in Bellingham, Massachusetts at 1403. Old Bridge Way building fire with fire through the roof and Part of the canteen said one respondent. Take a look at sports news here on this Saturday evening here. Norman, Oklahoma running back Sergey Pringy set the FBS record for yards rushed in the game Saturday against Kansas with 12-16 playing in the game. Penny set the mark with a 42-yard run in the third for carry, giving him 4 yards play as Oklahoma defeated Kansas in Ohio State football. Defeated Indiana 42-27 here. And UA football. Arizona up 21-7 on Utah at halftime. And Tiger Woods our swing consultant here as we take a look at sports scores here. 5:30 left in the third period. St. Louis Blues lead the Ottawa Senators 3-2. College football scoreboard here. Georgia clobbering Charleston Southern 55-9. Oklahoma over Kansas 44-7. Rutgers getting clobbered by Michigan State 45-3. Minnesota 28, Nebraska 24. Ohio State 42, Indiana 27. Marshall 23, UAB 18. Arizona State 52, Washington State 31. Colorado State 58, New Mexico 20. Arizona 21, Utah 7 at halftime. At halftime, it's Arkansas 17, Ole Miss nothing. Florida State 17, Boston College 10 with 11:43 left in the third quarter. Wisconsin 16, Iowa 3 in the third quarter. 8:21 left in the second quarter. It is Alabama 17, Western Carolina 14. Oregon leading Colorado 13-0 with 13:20 left in the second quarter. Florida blown out Eastern Kentucky 52-3. South Carolina 37, South Alabama 12. Illinois 16, Penn State 14. Northwestern 38, Purdue 14. Army 42, Fordham 31. Western Kentucky 45, Texas San Antonio 7. UCF 53, SMU 7. Houston 38, Tulsa 28. It's Wake Forest 6, Virginia Tech 3. It's Old Dominion 30, Louisiana Tech 27. Western Michigan 32, Central Michigan 20. Ball State 45, Eastern Michigan 30. Appalachian State 35, Louisiana Lafayette 16. 4:20 left in the third quarter. BYU 51, Savannah State nothing. Clemson 28, Georgia State nothing at halftime. At halftime, Louisville 17, Notre Dame 6. Pittsburgh 17, Syracuse nothing. Iowa State 17, Texas Tech 14 in the second quarter. Michigan and Maryland tied at 9 apiece in the second quarter. North Texas 14, FIU 14 with 10:35 left in the third quarter. East Carolina 17, Tulane 3 in the second quarter. In Memphis 21, South Florida 10 with 4:37 left in the second quarter here. And tonight, the Boston Bruins will be at the Garden tonight, taking on the Montreal Canadiens. Should be a good one here. Peter Channel News time, 5:37 here. Then it's time now for a little traffic report here. And we're going to take a look at the 95 on the northbound side and a little accident ran. After you pass 140 minutes, we start expecting delays here. Route 3 on the northbound side, and it's backed up from 228 in Rockland all the way out to New Derby Street in Hingham here. South Expressway on the northbound side, stop and go from the split all the way down for Dorchester, and they hit the brakes again from Mass Ave all the way down for Tippin Tunnel on the northbound side of the Tippin O'Neill Tunnel here, and expect the area around the TD Garden and North Station area to be busy because of the Bruins game tonight against the Canadiens, so expect some delays around the North Station area and around the T. Mass Pike in the eastbound side, and it is backed up as you approach 120 in Newton, and it's slow around the Newton corner doing an accident in Newton. Right lane blocked on Mass Pike eastbound at chain 17 at Newton corner. Stop and go traffic from Western Tolls and Weston here. And Route 1 on the southbound side is backed up from 99 and Everett all the way down for Route 16 in Revere due to an accident on Route 1 near Route 16 in Revere here. 39395 mile 5 from 120 to the New Hampshire border. 120 to mile 5 from Gloucester down to Braintree. 95 and 24 mile 5 from 120 to the Rhode Island border here. And 1 and 2nd bridges of mile 5 here. And take a look at the Worcester area traffic commute. It's all looking fine as 190 and 290 mile 5 at Mass Pike, otherwise mile 5 from Weston all the way down to Sturbridge and Mass Pike to the westbound side. Slow around Logan Airport here. Peter Channel News time, 5:39 here. Time now for our weather report here on this Saturday evening here for tonight. Chance of showers mainly at between 9 p.m. and 5 a.m. Mostly clouds got a low about 37 degrees. Southwest wind about 8 to 10 miles because of the highs 28 miles an hour. Chance precipitation is 40%. New precipitation amounts of less than 7 inches possible. For Sunday, Pakistan sky about 55 degrees. Southwest wind about 6 to 8 miles per hour. Sunday night, Rain mainly after 4 a.m. Low around 41 degrees. Light south wind increase of 5 to 10 miles per midnight. Chance of precipitation 80%. New precipitation amounts of less than 7 inches possible. For Monday, rain before 10 a.m. Then rain likely possibly a thunderstorm between 10 a.m. and noon. Then a chance of showers afternoon. Some storms through heavy rainfall. 166 degrees and breezy with a south wind about 16 to 20 miles. Gusted tides 38 miles by chance of precipitation 100%. New rain for amounts between a half and 3/4 inch possible. For Monday night, slight chance of showers before 1 a.m. Mostly cloudy sky, low about 50 degrees. And south wind about 14 to 6 miles per gusted tide 32 miles by chance of precipitation 20%. For Tuesday, mostly sunny, cloudy sky about 55, low about 33 degrees. Wednesday, rain likely, mostly cloudy sky about 43 degrees and chance of precipitation 6%. Wednesday night, rain, snow, and sleet likely, cloudy sky, low about 29 degrees and chance of precipitation 70%. For Thursday, Thanksgiving Day, partly sunny sky about 43 degrees. For Thanksgiving night, a chance of snow for Thursday night, and most clouds got low about 29 degrees and chance precipitation 30%. For Friday, most sunny, clouds got about 40 low about 21 degrees, and for Saturday, most sunny got about 36 degrees. North temperature at 5:30, 39 degrees with most clouds got. And that is going to be it for the Peter Channel 5:30 News Report on this November 22nd, 2014 on a Saturday. Peter Wednesday, I hope you have a good evening with a good positive. I'll see you for a late night report right after Sports Roundup. Stay tuned and have a good evening.